Lesson 1. Networking Fundamentals. Have you ever wondered how networks work? How two computers communicate? How the internet works? This chapter explains these concepts, starting with the basic building blocks of networks and how Ethernet local area networks (LANs) operate. We will also discuss different devices used in successful implementation of a network. In the world of computers, networking is the practice of linking two or more computing devices together for the purpose of sharing data. What is networking? A computer network is a set of two or more computers connected to each other. Once joined together, these computers can share files together and also share devices like printers which are on the same network. A network is simply a group of two or more personal computers linked together. Many types of networks exist, but the most common types of networks are local area networks (LANs) and wide area networks (WANs). The network is probably one of the best inventions in the history of the computer because you would not be sitting here now using Internet Explorer or Google Chrome, the World Wide Web, www, to view social networking sites such as Facebook or YouTube, etc. without networking technologies. Characteristics of a computer network. Communication. People can communicate with others all over the world at a very low cost using email, chat, telephone, video conferencing and SMS short message service, and is also commonly referred to as a text message services. Video conferencing has aided in more efficient and economic global communications. Share resources from one computer to another. In a network, resources such as printers, scanners, fax machines, and modems can be shared among the users. Networking a printer allows everyone in the same classroom or office print to the same machine. Connect a printer, scanner, or a fax machine to one computer within the network and let other computers of the network use the machines available over the network. Sharing software. Application programs known as apps and software are generally stored on the central computer server and are accessible to any workstation connected to this network. Programs such as Microsoft Office can be stored centrally on the server and accessed by all workstations on the network. Sharing data. Users on a network can access data stored on other computers and on the internet are known as databases. These systems are used in companies to hold information such as customer, product, or employee information. Database information can be stored in-house on a computer server or in the cloud. Cloud services allow companies to store their data in large online servers using the internet. This makes this data accessible anywhere once there is an internet connection. So basically, networking helps to create files and store them in one computer, access those files from the other computers connected over the network. What are the fundamentals part of networking? Networks are divided up into fundamental parts which include types, topologies, designs, and components. These parts will all have a bearing on which network type companies will choose. The needs of each business is different. Network types: PAN, LAN, MAN, WAN. Network topologies: star, ring, bus. Network designs: client server, peer-to-peer. Network devices: NIC, hub, switch, gateway, repeaters, bridge, modem, router. Types of networks: PAN. The smallest form of network is PAN, Personal Area Network. PAN is used for communication among computer devices, including mobile phones, laptops, and gaming consoles, in a limited area, approximately the size of a room. The reach of a PAN is generally only a few meters. This network type is generally wireless. Bluetooth is an example of this type. LAN. If you are using a computer in a school, you probably use a LAN, local area network. A LAN is chosen as a network solution in a limited geographical area such as home, school, computer laboratory, or office building. MAN, metropolitan area networks, cover a larger area than the LAN. As the name suggests, MAN covers whole cities or large towns. Even some of the bigger universities opt for this solution. WAN, wide area networks, consist of several LAN connected together over the internet. WAN covers the largest geographical area of all networks. The internet is an example of a WAN that covers the entire world. Network topologies. LAN network topology. For LAN networks to perform without experiencing problems, they must be organized into strict patterns, which has become known as network topology. You can connect nodes, cables, and peripherals in star topology. Each node has a dedicated set of wires connecting it to a central network hub. Since all traffic passes through the switch, formerly known as a hub, the switch becomes a central point for isolating network problems and gathering network statistics. Many homes and offices use the star topology network. A failure in any star-patterned LAN will only take down one computer's network access and not the entire LAN. If the hub fails, however, the entire network also fails. Advantages. If suppose n number of devices are connected to each other in star topology, then the number of cables required to connect them is n. So it is easy to set up. Each device requires only one port, that is, to connect to the hub. Disadvantages. If the concentrator hub on which the whole topology relies fails, the whole system will crash down. Cost of installation is high. Performance is based on the single concentrator, that is, hub. Ring topology. All messages, data, packets travel through a ring in the same direction, that is, clockwise or counterclockwise, from one network device to the next, and features a closed loop. A failure in any cable or device breaks the loop and can take down the entire network. Ring patterns can be found in some office or on school networks. Advantages. The possibility of collision is minimum in this type of topology. Cheap to install and expand. Disadvantages. Troubleshooting is difficult in this topology. Addition of stations in between or removal of stations can disturb the whole topology. A bus topology. This is a topology for a local area network, LAN, in which all the nodes are connected to a single cable. The cable to which the nodes connect is called a backbone. If the backbone is broken, the entire segment fails. Bus topologies are relatively easy to install and don't require much cabling compared to the alternatives. Advantages. If n devices are connected to each other in bus topology, then the number of cables required to connect them is 1, which is known as backbone cable, and n drop lines are required. Cost of the cable is less as compared to other topology, but it is used to build small networks. Disadvantages. If the common cable fails, then the whole system will crash down. If the network traffic is heavy, it increases collisions in the network. To avoid this, various protocols are used in MAC layer known as Pure Aloha, Slotted Aloha, and CSMA or CD, etc. Mesh topology. A network setup where each computer and network device is interconnected with one another, allowing for most transmissions to be distributed even if one of the connections go down. It is a topology commonly used for wireless networks. Below is a visual example of a simple computer setup on a network using a mesh topology. Advantages: it is robust. Fault is diagnosed easily. Data is reliable because data is transferred among the devices through dedicated channels or links. Provides security and privacy. Disadvantages: installation and configuration is difficult. Cost of cables are high as bulk wiring is required, hence suitable for less number of devices. Cost of maintenance is high. Considerations when choosing a topology. Cost: a linear bus network is the cheapest option to install. Cable type: the most common cable in schools is unshielded twisted pair, which is most often used with star. Future growth: with a star topology, expanding a network is easily done by adding another switch. Network designs. Network design, sometimes called network architecture. Network design focuses on the configuration and functionality of the network. There are two main designs: client or server, peer-to-peer, P2P, client or server. In a client or server design, one computer or dedicated storage device acts as a central storage unit for the network. A server is a computer node that is a central storage unit for the network. This can be a computer or a dedicated server like the one in our image. Examples are for files, emails, print and web servers. A client is a node that requires some service from a central server. In this network design, one node acts as a server that provides the services and the other nodes, clients, request services from the server. Generally, a server is a powerful device with good processing power and storage capacity. Advantages: all files are stored in a central location. External devices such as printers are controlled centrally. Data can be backed up and security can be controlled centrally. All clients can access data which is centrally controlled. Disadvantages: specialist staff is required for installation, network engineer. A dedicated server can be expensive to purchase. Peer-to-peer, P2P. In a peer-to-peer design, all nodes, peers, have equal capabilities to use the resources available on the network. There is no central server. This network is a good choice for needs of small businesses where the users are situated in the same area and the business does not think it will grow. Advantages: easy to install. Cost to build is low. No need of system administrator, users can administer. Reliable as there is no dependency on a central server. Disadvantages: difficult to add security as no centralized system is in place. Data recovery or backup is very difficult. Each computer must have its own backup system. Networking devices. In this topic, the functions of the most common and the essential networking devices such as hub, switch, router, bridge, modem, NIC, proxy and gateway are explained in detail with examples. NIC, Network Interface Card. In the list of the networking devices, NIC stands on the first place. Without this device, networking cannot be done. This is also known as Network Adapter Card, Ethernet card and LAN card. NIC allows a networking device to communicate with the other networking device. NIC converts the data packets between two different data transmission technologies. A. NIC converts parallel data stream into the serial data stream and the serial data stream into the parallel data stream. Repeaters. A repeater operates at the physical layer. Its job is to regenerate the signal over the same network before the signal becomes too weak or corrupted so as to extend the length to which the signal can be transmitted over the same network. An important point to be noted about repeaters is that they do not amplify the signal. When the signal becomes weak, they copy the signal bit by bit and regenerate it at the original strength. It is a two-port device. Hub. A hub is basically a multi-port repeater. A hub connects multiple wires coming from different branches. For example, the connector in star topology, which connects different stations. Hubs cannot filter data, so data packets are sent to all connected devices. Also, they do not have intelligence to find out best path for data packet, which leads to inefficiencies and wastages. Bridge. Bridge is used to divide a large network into smaller segments. Basic functions of the bridge are the following: breaking a large network into smaller segments, connecting different media types such as connect UDP with the fiber optic, connecting different network architectures such as connects Ethernet with the token ring. Switch. Just like hub and bridge, switch is also used to connect the multiple devices together in a LAN segment. Basically, a switch is the upgraded version of the bridge. Besides providing all the functionalities of bridge, it also offers several additional features. A switch is a multi-port bridge with a buffer and a design that can boost its efficiencies. A large number of ports imply less traffic and performance. The switch can perform error checking before forwarding data. That makes it very efficient, as it does not forward packets that have errors and forward good packets selectively to correct port only. The biggest advantage of switch is that it makes switching decisions in hardware by using application-specific integrated circuits. Modem. In simple language, a modem is the device that is used to connect with the internet. Technically, it is the device that enables the digital data to be transmitted over the telecommunication lines. A telco company uses entirely different data transmission technology from the technology that a PC uses for the data transmission. A modem understands both technologies. It changes the technology that a PC uses in the technology which telco company understands. It enables communication between the PC, known as the DTE device, and the telecom company office, known as the DCE device. Gateway. A gateway, as the name suggests, is a passage to connect two networks together that may work upon different networking models. They basically work as the messenger agents that take data from one system, interpret it, and transfer it to another system. Gateways are also called protocol converters and can operate at any network layer. Gateways are generally more complex than switch or router. Routers. A router is a device like a switch that routes data packets based on their IP addresses. Router is mainly a network layer device. Routers normally connect LANs and WANs together and have a dynamically updating routing table based on which they make decisions on routing the data packets. Router divide broadcast domains of hosts connected through it. A normal network with some of the networking devices is shown in the above figure. Router, switch 1, hub A, bridge, switch 2, hub B. Quick recap. A computer network is a set of two or more computers connected to each other. A network is simply a group of two or more personal computers linked together. Many types of networks exist, but the most common types of networks are local area networks, LANs, and wide area networks, WANs. In a network, resources such as printers, scanners, fax machines, and modems can be shared among the users. Networks are divided up into fundamental parts, which include types, topologies, designs, and components. A personal area network PAN is the interconnection of information technology devices within the range of an individual person, typically within a range of 10 meters. LANs can span over a limited range that is of 1 kilometer in radius. Communication is carried out from one computer to another, and there is no need of any central computer, and each computer has the same role. LAN network topology. For LAN networks to perform without experiencing problems, they must be organized into strict patterns, which has become known as network